Yeah. This is Offwhyte cinematic. Yeah. This is Offwhyte cinematic. Yo, you got to have it. Cinematic. This is Offwhyte cinematic. Yo, you got to have it. Cinematic. This is Offwhyte cinematic. Yo, you got to have it. Cinematic. Yeah. This is Offwhyte cinematic. Yo, you got to have it. What? Day by day, week by week, year by year, I stay true to the calendar. Mr. O double just unravel ya like a ball of yarn. What you're gonna do from dusk till dawn? I just represent the 24-hour time clock when I just rock what I do to cause an aftershock from here to Italy when I just dismantle you by telepathy. That's how I'm just representing me, representing SC. Inevitably coming like the tide, Mr. O double just bring the great divide. When I just shake it down, break it down, take it down, suburb to downtown, represent public transportation, Mr. O double with the recreation. That's how we do it, yo. Stay 100% when I do it, like I always knew it, clairvoyant, yo. Coming with the supply and demand, overhand, underhand, how we do it, represent with no band. Just put it down on the track. I slammed out between the sampler and the drum machine. What you mean? How I just intervene in the machine. How I do it, extra clean, extra crispy. That's how it's original recipe. What's up, everyone? Yours truly, Offwhyte here. Welcome to Offwhyte Cinematic Season 1, Episode 2. And let me turn the music down real quick. We'll get started. So thank you all for joining today. The topic for today's episode is the USC Trojans football schedule. And that's right, sports fans, college football season is upon us. A couple college football games have already taken place, but this weekend is kind of the big opening weekend for ncaaf. So I'm wearing my USC shirt and colors today. USC is my alma mater. I graduated with a master's in 2011, so fighton Trojans. We're going to go through the schedule for this year, and I would just like to set things off with a disclaimer to say that this kind of discussion is not necessarily what I want to happen. It's more what I think will happen. So as a fan, of course, I want the USC Trojans to go undefeated and clinch the national championship. And I hope in my heart that happens. But in the discussion today, it'll be more of what I think could possibly happen. So it's kind of subjective in that way. You know what I'm talking about. Last year, the Trojans had a fantastic season. They actually clinched the Pac-12 championship and went on to lose to Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. They went 11-3 last year. They are retaining the same head coach, Clay Helton. They do have a freshman quarterback named JT Daniels, and game 1 will be his first start. USC starts at number 15 in both the AP poll and the coaches poll. In my experience watching the Trojans, I would say that they are strong at home. When they play in the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, they are definitely hard to beat, and they are high scoring. In my personal experience watching college football, I would say that the Pac-12 conference has a kind of play that's a little bit different. I think that's reflected in the fact that a lot of the teams play in locations where there's good weather. Of course, the Trojans play in LA, where it's kind of an average temperature of the mid 80s all year long. Rain is very infrequent. And if you're talking about some of the other teams in the Pac-12, of course, the Southern California teams, UCLA, and then even if you go up to Stanford and so on, the Arizona teams, of course, they play in relatively fair climates. I would consider the Pac-12 to be one of the best conferences, in my opinion. The SEC is the greatest college football conference. And then after the SEC, the Big Ten and Pac-12 could be argued to be second best, in my opinion. Of course, you could go all day long about that one. So Saturday, September 1st is the home opener, season opener and home opener against the UNLV Rebels. And I have USC scoring 35 to UNLV's 24, marking that one as a win. The Trojans usually start off strong, especially at home, as I was mentioning before. And Saturday, September 8th would be the next one. We are facing off against Stanford. That will be in Cardinal Stadium up there, or Stanford Stadium, whatever that field is named. And that will be win. I think that we're going to edge that one out. I think USC scores 24 points in that one to Stanford's 21. So I edged that one down as a win. So there's a big one coming up after that. On Saturday, September 15th, USC goes down to Austin, and we play Texas for the second time in 2 years. I don't know if any of you out there caught last year's USC-Texas game in the Coliseum, but it was so great, and it just was really intense. It did kind of feel like the classic 2006 Rose Bowl. So we'll see what goes on the 15th, but I have this one marked down as a loss. I actually think that Texas might have a few tricks up their sleeves. I have USC scoring 17 and the Longhorns scoring 27. Friday, September 21st, USC hosts Washington State. I have us winning that one 42 to 17. Saturday, September 29th, USC plays Arizona, the Wildcats, at Arizona. I have USC winning that one 24 to 14. Saturday, October 13th, Colorado goes into the Coliseum. So I have USC beating the Buffaloes 50 to 17 as a win. Saturday, October 20th, USC travels to Utah and plays the Utes, beat the Utes. I have USC in that one 30 to Utah's 20, so that's a win. Saturday, October 27th, Arizona State, the Sun Devils come into the Coliseum. I have USC winning that one 40 to 10. Saturday, November 3rd, USC goes up to Oregon State to play the Beavers. I have USC winning that one 28 to 20. Saturday, November 10th, some more conference play. USC hosts Cal in the Coliseum. I have USC winning that one 30 to 20. Those games always seem to end up like that. I don't know why. That's just, I don't know. I don't know why that is. Saturday, November 17th, USC plays their crosstown rival, the UCLA Bruins, at the Rose Bowl. And I have that one marked down as 35 to 10, the Trojans. So that's a win. And the last game of the regular season, Saturday, November 24th, USC hosts the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And I have that one as a loss, actually. I think USC drops that one. I think Notre Dame is always a wild card in the sense that they play independent of any conference. And, of course, they have a strong football tradition. USC plays Notre Dame every year. Sometimes it's in South Bend and sometimes it's in LA. And And sometimes the Irish just pull it off, man. So I have that one marked as a loss. And of course, all of this is subjective, as I said before. So that is the USC Trojans football schedule for the 2018 season. Today I'm going to be reading from Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. On a moderate computation, it was many months, that Sunday, since I had left Joe and Biddy. The space interposed between myself and them partook of that expansion, and our marshes were any distance off. That I could have been at our old church in my old church-going clothes on the very last Sunday that ever was seemed a combination of impossibilities, geographical and social, solar and lunar. Yet in the London streets, so crowded with people and so brilliantly lighted in the dusk of evening, there were depressing hints of reproaches for that I had put the poor old kitchen at home so far away, and in the dead of night the footsteps of some incapable impostor of a porter mooning about Bernard's Inn under pretense of watching it fell hollow on my heart.